Hi guys, Nancy Bell's My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm coming at you guys with some salvaged art slash Finnabair by Prima type of style of art. So you saw the pictures. I think I did some pre-pictures before this that you saw. You'll definitely see some pictures at the end. And what we're going to alter today is this camera. And this is that camera that you get from Dollar Tree. That wooden camera that you get from Dollar Tree. And I painted, and I'll tell you what I've done to it. I painted it, what did I do? You know what? Let me show you what it originally looked like so you know what to look for if you want to make one of these. Or a lot of my Dollar Tree followers have already bought these. Or you can use a, you can alter a real camera too. Believe me, if I had a real camera, I would alter that too. But I had these wooden cameras, so it's these. Okay? Aren't these fabulous? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're altering, and that's what this was before. So what I did to prepare this is I took some black gesso. I took the Finnabair heavy black gesso. I can just put that right there. It'll probably be fine. And where is it? I have it all in front of me. It's Infinibar heavy black gesso. That's what it looks like. This stuff is fabulous. Michael's just had a clearance on a bunch of this stuff, so if you can get your hands on it, get it. There's a big bottle of it for only $3, a heavy black gesso and a white black gesso. So I got that. And then there's these kits with all her different mediums in it, and I bought 2 of those. They were $5, and you get like 6 products. The gessos, the big bottles were $3. So any of that stuff you can get, pick it up for sure, because it's a great deal. So that's what that looks like. And I have to tell you, I am obsessed with this heavy black gesso, you guys. It covers in 1 coat. You don't have to do 2 or 3 coats. 1 coat, done. I am obsessed with this. Okay, so I will always use that from now on. The next thing I did is I took some modeling paste. Again, the Finnabair modeling paste. What does it say? It's the opaque matte. Now, let's suppose that you don't have either one of these. Okay, you can also first take this and paint it with like some gesso or Kills, like white. Kills is K-I-L-Z. It's a wall primer. You get it from Home Depot, Lowe's, or Home Depot, Lowe's, or Walmart. And you could prime it first with that or gesso with white. Then go over it with some black acrylic paint. Okay, the gesso or the Kills is going to prime it first. And then you can go over with maybe a couple things of black paint. Just black acrylic paint, flat. So then what I did, I'm just giving you alternatives if you don't have these products. Okay, and then what I did is I took a stencil. You can take any of the stencils you have, but I love this stencil here. See, it's a script stencil. Isn't it fabulous? Oh, I took my script stencil after the black was on here and it dried. I took my script stencil, put it on top of here, and I took the molding paste, and I just took a scraper. Just took a scraper, and then just took some of the molding paste and went like this, right over it. Brought it up, and it's white, right? So then I let that dry. And actually, I didn't let it dry. I actually used my blow dryer. So I blow dried it. And then I went back to the black gesso and put black gesso over all this. So let me show you what happens. This is the kind of texture you get. It doesn't have to be a script stencil. It can be whatever. You want something small though. Have a small impact on there because you're dealing with a small space. But see, that's what it looks like. Isn't that cool? It just gives it some cool texture and some old world appeal. Okay. And Prima by Finnabair, she has her own like script stencil that she uses by Prima, so you can get that too if you're ever looking for one. Okay. So, and we can come in down a little bit. Just heard someone at my door, and that better be my husband. Just a second. Oh, no, it's not. It's the mailman, so we're still fine. Okay. All right. So, where was I? Okay, so we did the modeling paste through the stencil. Now, if you don't have this modeling paste, you can also use a lightweight spackling that you get from Dollar Tree. I keep this on hand too, because if I only have so much of this modeling paste, so for my project where I don't have to use a ton, but when I'm doing it on a big, huge substrate, a lot of times I'll go to this instead, just because I don't have so much of it, you know. So this is just another alternative. You can use that on this little camera too. Okay, so that's how we got to where we're at now. Also, inside of here, see the hole here? There's this here, this piece of plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Tim Holtz Distress alcohol inks and put that over this so it looks all aged and old. So you can you can tell it's clear, but you can barely see through it. And we'll put that back in, because what this is a picture frame, but there's not going to be a frame in here. It's just going to be all like gunky looking, which I think it'll look really cool, because this is going to look really vintage. Now what we're going to use is the Finnabair rust paste. I got these for $5. That was a great deal, you guys, because these were not $5. These were regularly $15.97. And I got them for $5. And I think they were more expensive than that. I think that's what they reduced, and they reduced it again. Anyway, so it's these. I'll show it to you in a second. But this is what we're going for. See this rusted camera? Isn't that cool? So we're going for this, oh, there we go, rusted camera. So I'm super excited about that. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. That I wanted to tell you. Oh, I just want to open up the thing and show you. Okay. These are what it looks like. So these are what we're using. Oh! That's the rust color. This is the container. This is the dark brown. And these are so fun. It's just a matter of playing with them back and forth, and then some of this color here. That mustard color. Okay. Let me see. I have a scrunchie. There it is. I like to do this using like a scruff brush like this. Okay. So anything that's kind of like a scrubby brush would be the best thing. It could even be a brush like this that has a scruffy on it. Okay. So, but before we get to even the paint, doing the rust effect, the rust patina, and what is this called? It's called, I think it's called rust patina. Rust effect paste. Yeah. By Prima and Finnabair. Okay, but before we do that, we have all these metal bits that need to go on here. Okay, and I want mine to look very steampunk. So I picked out all these metal pieces to make this look really steampunk. I'm really excited. Okay, so let's start placing these pieces on here. I kind of pre-did it, so I know that everything pretty much fits on here. But then I just threw it all off and laid it back down. Okay, we're going to glue everything on with 3D gloss gel. This is good for other things too, not just for gluing things down, but this 3D gloss gel will glue things down really well. It's like an E6000. It's like an E6000, so you can use it. You can use E6000 if you don't have this. You can also use by Super Glue. They have something that's like an E6000 at Dollar Tree. You could get that also. All right, so let's just. And I'm working on a piece of wax paper here. This is really, really thick. It glues the pieces down really nice. I just used it not too long ago on a project, so it's really, really nice. Okay. And if any of it's seeping out or anything like that, I'm not worried about it, because what we're going to do, let me get a baby wipe out. What we're going to do after you're done putting all these pieces on, then we will take the black gesso again and go over the whole thing with black gesso again. And then we'll go in with our rust paste. So it's not going to take forever, but it takes a little bit of time, which is why I went ahead and did all of the priming out of the way and also putting the texture down. Let me see how close you guys are and what you guys can see. Okay, this is a good, I think a good angle. Okay, so next, what are we doing? I got to remember how I did some things. It doesn't matter. It won't be exactly the way it was, but that's fine. I think I had this up here, which I really liked. Okay. So, now, this is probably about 6-7 years ago. I used to sell, I had a little design team too. I used to sell all these metal pieces. And I got a bunch of them off of AliExpress. So if you're looking to get some metal pieces at good prices like I'm using, go to AliExpress and look up metal keys. Decorative metal keys. And once you look up decorative metal keys, all this other stuff will come up too. Some things I got from a local jewelry show they used to have every year here, and I went a couple years in a row, and I got some stuff from there too. But my bulk of my stuff came from AliExpress. And like I said, just look up decorative keys, and then all the other stuff like that I'm showing you will come up. Alrighty, what do we want to do? Let me just, okay, I want to put this here. Oh, that looks cool. So I just chose pieces that I can look kind of really, I wanted this to look steampunk. So. And I'm so excited, you guys. I just, I got to put a bunch more of that down. I'm so excited. I just, oh, a bunch came through. So then I can just use this to put this other piece on. Yay. Finnabair, she just came out with a whole new line of products to use. And so, oh my God, I just spent too much money, but I just ordered a bunch of it. So I'm very excited. I will definitely do a haul video, and then of course start doing projects with the stuff when I get it. Really exciting. Her stuff is so cool. Look up Finnabair's new products so you can check out all the new products. I ordered these really cool paste and like texture paste, but you can also use them through stencils, but you can also use them to colorize things. Like I could colorize this here with this whole piece with them. There's foils that I got. They have all different colors of foils. Some patinas. I mean, there's just so much cool stuff. It's hard to even explain all the stuff I got. So check out Finnabair's new 2021 line. It's really, really cool. All right. I'm trying to figure out kind of what I did last time. How I was kind of organizing all this on here. I know I didn't do it like that. You know what? We might just do it like this. That would look cool. Okay, so let's put that piece there. What I usually, I film with my phone, so I can't do it this time. But what I like to do a lot of times is once I get all the pieces down, like I kind of make my collage and I decide what I want to do, I then take a picture of it on my phone. So then I can just look at my phone and do it. But I'm on my phone right now doing this video, so that wasn't gonna work. So I just said, you know what, at least I know all this fits on here. It fits together, you know, kind of basically what you want. So okay, I love how it comes through all this filigree, because then I can glue something on top, which I'm going to. Okay, do I want to do gears on top? we'll do that on top. That's cool. I'm just making sure I can come down a little bit more. We're not working too perfect. All right, see, let's choose some more stuff. Do I want to put this down here, or want to put one of these again? No, we'll put, I think, this. Yeah. So that's this little metal embellishment. Yes, I know I was gonna, that's why I told you guys right away where to get these metal embellishments, because, and you'll get a ton. I should have told you, get a ton for a really good price. So they're not expensive. Like you'll get like 10, 20, 30 pieces for like $2. And it is from China, so it'll take a while to get the pieces, but it's worth it because you get so much for your money. And when you're doing work like this, you want to get a lot of pieces. So cool. Awesome. But let's suppose you don't have these metal pieces. Let's talk about that really quick, because I had someone mention that. Do you have buttons? Probably. Get buttons. Do you have metal pieces? Or you have buttons? Do you have broken jewelry? Do you have little marbles, like the little flat marbles you get from Dollar Tree? Get those. You need texture on here, right? You can use stuff like these little pebbles from Dollar Tree. See that? How they have these little pebbles? More texture would be like these shells. They also sell buttons at Dollar Tree. When they have them, pick those up because that's a great deal. Bits of broken jewelry. Let's look around your craft room and see the different little things you have. I bet you have more than you think you have. Okay. In fact, I did that yesterday. I looked around my craft room because I was looking for something. Anyway, and I ran into all these metal pieces that I've been collecting over the years, even beyond me selling. And I was like, oh, I have so much stuff. I mean, I have way more than I thought I had. I mean, I have a lot because I used to sell these metal pieces. But then I had a bunch of stuff before I started selling the metal pieces I was collecting and buying. So look around your craft room. And then go through your jewelry box and find pieces of earrings and jewelry bits that you don't care about anymore. Or that are broken. Look how cool this is looking. Love it. Also, I just ordered from Finnabair a bunch of molds. And, oh my God, the molds are so cool. There's a bunch of gears in the molds, large and small. So she has it for like small projects, and then she has another set of molds for like bigger projects if you want to do stuff for your house and stuff. So she has 2 sets of gears. She has one that has bones and like skeletons and roses. And I mean, this is the coolest stuff. So I am so stoked about this stuff coming in. So excited. Do I want to put this here? No. What do I want to put there? No, because it's kind of like what I had before. Just a second, you guys. Experimenting. Oops. I had something else there that I wanted to go there, but I can't remember what I wanted there. You know what? We'll put that there, and then this. This is really cool. This is like a little thing with looks like watches and little gears and stuff like that. That's what that piece is. Put that as cool. Put that right, like Maybe right there. And you know, I think I'll put a gear on top of that. Yeah, we'll put a gear on top of that. So I have these. You get a ton of these. You get like 50 in a pack for, I don't know, nothing. $1 or $2. You can also on there look for decorative gears. But once you look up the decorative metal keys, all this is going to come up. I bet you're going to go crazy. Because the prices are really good. And there's so much to choose from. Oh, that's what I wanted to put there. Okay, you know what though? I could probably... I'll put that right in there. Cool. I wanted this to go in there. Okay, let's get it out. Okay. And then... there we go. All right. So, all right. And then let's keep going. I think I wanted right in the middle of here. I'm going to make sure you guys are still there. Yeah, you are. Wait. Yes, you are. Okay. These are cool too. I'm not fabulous. I might put that there and then put a butterfly on top of that. Let me get some more of this molding. No. All the bottles look the same. Transparent 3D gloss. Let me see something. Does that fit on top of there? Is that... just a second. Let me make sure that this is the right stuff on here. I have a feeling that I put something on here that doesn't go on here. Is that the 3D? I might have squirted the wrong stuff out for this. It just wasn't looking right. All right, we'll see. No, I guess it was. And like I said, it looks like a little bit of a mess right now because you see the glue, but we're not going to worry about that because you're going to see, you're not going to see all that glue. And it'll just add to the texture of everything else. There we go. Okay. On top of that, I wanted to put like a little, do I want a butterfly right there? I think I do. See how nice and thick that stuff is? It's fabulous. All right, so we're gonna put a butterfly right a little bit on the gears, but not completely. Because I think that looks so steampunk when you have like gears and all that, and you have like butterflies and wings, and it's that mixy mix. I think that looks really good. Okay, this is another one. This is like a projector and all that, which I think looks real steampunky, if that's a word. Okay, so let's put that on. It looks real steampunky. So I'm gonna be like, girl, I don't think that's a word. Okay, but steampunk is. Maybe not steampunky, but steampunk's a word. You think I care? No. Okay. That's gonna go there. Okay. And then we need something to go on top of it. What are we going to have go on top of it? We might just have gears. These are 2 gears that were put together. I don't know, it came like that. I was trying to get them apart. But it makes them extra thick, so that's cool. So that'll go right there like that. Next. All right, I wanted to put this key down. Isn't that fabulous? Love it. So let me get some more of the 3D gloss. And let me tell you something else I like about this 3D gloss. It glues things down so good. But the other thing I like about it, it's not toxic. Like that E6000, I have to have like a fan blowing when I use it because that stuff is toxic as anything. It gives me a headache too if I don't have a fan blowing or a window open. So whatever she has in this, it's not real. I'm not saying it's not toxic at all, but it doesn't. I don't have to have a fan on. Let's say that. No fan required. Okay. Oh. There we go. And then on top of there, I want to put a gear like that. So let's take this and put some glue here. Okay. And put that on top of the key, which I think that looks so cool to have that key with a gear on top of that. What would be cool is if I could put a little stone on there. So I can't find one right now because I'm not in the area with my stones. But if I can find a little stone, I'll put a little stone there. Like a little diamond or something. Diamond looking, I mean. It's not going to be a diamond, but you know. Okay, I love this. Isn't this cool? Doesn't that look so steampunk? I already had Timos to stress that. Love it. I got to show you guys something else that's going to look really cool. I'll show it in a second. See this right here? It's a Christmas decoration. Doesn't look like a light bulb. So I think I'm going to take like nail glue because I need something that's really super instant and put that right here at the top and glue that on. It's not going to look cool. So I'll do that off camera after this whole thing dries. All right, so let's just put this in here. Put that right there next to that key. That's gonna look so cool right there as texture. I think it looks real steampunk. And then what else? I need something else to go in here. I might have to look at my, let me show you what I have. This is a mixture of pieces I've collected and then a bunch of stuff that I had for sale a long time ago. You guys look. And this isn't all of it. I have tons more. Like, let me get rid of this necklace. These are Tim Holtz somethings that I bought a long time ago. But look at all the metal pieces. Look at all the metal pieces. It's crazy. I love it. I'm so obsessed. So I need to look through here real quick to find something to go right here. I had it all worked out, but it didn't work out. Okay, so let me just see. I wonder if I want... This is a little spool I got like at a local dollar store, like a bobbin for a sewing machine. Isn't that cool? I'm just wondering if I want that right there on the top. You know, I think that looks cool because it looks kind of like part of the camera, like some knob or whatever. So let's just put that on top. I love that. Very cool. Love it. Well, I'm getting crazy, you guys. Look at that piece on top of that. I think that looks cool. Okay, what that is this. It's a, I don't know, something when you bead. We're going to put that on there too. Okay. So like I said, if you don't have a lot of metal pieces and you want to start getting into this, look at your beads. Look at your beads. Look at your broken jewelry. Look at any of those little flat marbles that you get from Dollar Tree. The stones I showed you, buttons, all that kind of stuff can be really cool. That looks so cool right there. You know how you have to like, there's like a little window in the camera? So this is a little steampunk version of it. Okay, let me see what else. I have this number 35. I wonder if that will look cool right there. And I could scoot this over a little bit. Scoot over. Oops. Okay, this stuff's sticky. All right. Yeah, this number 35 could look really cool right here. I like that. I got these last year, these little wooden pieces from Tim Holtz. They were on, you know, when they do the 75% off clearance like they have right now. So it's pretty cool. Cool. All right, let me just see if there's anything else that I want to add to this monstrosity. I want to take this out, put it over there. Just a second, you guys. I'm just looking. Oh, I have these little crosses. This should fit good. I have both these little crosses. Aren't these cute? Aren't those cool? So let's see which one we can get fitted in here better. This one or this one. You know what? This one here fits better. So let's put that in there. Unless I put this piece. This is some, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is some piece of something. Isn't that cool? It looks real steampunky. I might add that somewhere else. Oh, talking about that, let me show you something else that you can look for. These. You can get these dirt cheap. I don't know what they are, but they're near like the washers and stuff at Home Depot. You get a pack of those for like $1. And then you can buy some washers too. Like I have washers in here that I bought. Because when I first started doing this stuff, you know, it was, I didn't know exactly where to get all these metal pieces from before I found out that you can get them from AliExpress for dirt cheap. Prima also sells metal pieces, and then so does Tim Holtz. So, just one second, guys. I'm looking for the smaller washers. Okay, here we go. So, see, all this you can get at Home Depot. All that you can get at Home Depot. Okay? And you could take this and then put a button on top of that, right? How cool. You could take this, go like this, and then stack another button on top. you could take this and put that on top. See how, there's so much stuff you can do with all of it. So you don't have to have all these metal pieces to participate and make something cool. Because I just did a project and someone had said that she didn't have those metal pieces. And I thought, wait a minute, I need to be telling people other things they can use. She didn't have a bunch of broken jewelry bits, but she could go to Dollar Tree if she doesn't have them already and get the flat marbles that they have there. They also have these things that look like diamonds in the, it's not the craft section. They actually carry them in the garden section. You could get those. So just go around Dollar Tree and look for stuff that you can use in your art like this. Okay, this fell off here. They can go back on. There we go. Okay, don't stick to my finger. There we go. I want that to be kind of like at an angle. Perfect. All right, let me get a new baby wipe for my hands, because that stuff is sticky. It's really nice and sticky. Okay. I see a little space in there. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Well, let me just show you what I was talking about. Those little stones. These little stones here. Okay. They have all colors. In fact, they have some beige ones now, which I like even better because you can just paint them white a lot easier. But you can paint any of them white. White or black, whatever gesso you're using. In this case, we're using black gesso. But see, there's a little spaces like right in here. Okay. So I'm going to put some gesso right in here where I can't really fit anything else. You can also, you don't even have to have metal pieces. You can use pieces of, if you have pieces of lace or wedding appliques, prime example. If you have some pieces of wedding appliques, look how cool that would look on there. Cut that little piece off there, but look how cool that could look on there. So just keep your eyes open and be experimenting with all kinds of things. So let's take these little stones and put some stones in there. And what this does is it takes up that little bit of space and adds texture. So I'm just pressing down on these stones. And then I will, just like glitter, just throw everything off once it dries. Okay, I have some more space in through there. So let's put some more of this on in there. All right, I gotta get some more on there. Okay. So let's take those little stones and put those in there. Okay. And then just take something else and just kind of, and these little spatulas I'm using, they sell like a pack of 3 of them in the craft section. So we pick those up. All right, so we can put these in a couple of other places. And it just adds some really cool, unexpected texture. Oops. I'll put some right here. So when we go over all this with our rust paste, there's going to be so many little areas for cool stuff to be happening. Oh, this little piece right here just wants to pop off because it's not dry. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to use this. I want to use this one. Okay, so just press those down. So it's looking a little crazy right now, but no worries. What brings all this together, and if you have buttons and all kinds of stuff, you'll have all kinds of colors on here. It'll look crazy. What's going to bring it all together is everything's going to be painted black gesso, or yeah, with the black gesso. And then we're going to color it all with that rust kit. Now, I've done this too. If you want to make your own rust paste, you can make your own rust paste. Get the colors similar to what I showed you earlier, and you can just take a little bit of, they have like a fine sand at, where? At Dollar Tree. They have everything at Dollar Tree. Right next to where they have these rocks, they have usually have sand. You can mix the paint with the sand, and that gives it some texture. And I did rusted a bunch of pieces like that last year, and that worked out really nice too. So, and I have a video on it, so you can go back and look at the video, but I just told you the recipe, and that's all. You just mix a little bit in there till you get the kind of the consistency that you want. So there's no, you know, exact amount. It's just the kind of consistency that you want. Someone used cinnamon for the texture too, so you could try that. So you can make up two of them. Do some with sand, do some with cinnamon. But I love her products. I am loving her products. So I'm excited about, I'm going to leave those stones inside of that, gear. Let these pieces go where they want to go. Sometimes you just got to let things be what they want to be. I always say this, it's kind of like a lesson for life. Sometimes you just got to let people be who they want to be. You know, you're fighting them because, you know, they're doing wrong. But sometimes you got to let them go. You have to let them be what they're going to be. The only person you can really control is your damn self. Isn't that the truth? So in your art's the same way. If something wants to be a certain way, instead of keep fighting it, let it be that way. And you're probably going to come up with something new, something different, something better. There we go. I'm thinking about putting this piece right here. Do I want that to go there? I don't know. Or do I want this piece to go in over here? No. It's funny how you just know when you... It's like it'll make this off balance if I put this here because I don't have anything over there. So I'm not going to use this piece, even though I really want to. I want to use it. So, you know what, let me just... I got too many things in my hands. Let me see about this number 37 on top of here. Do I like that? No, I think it's too much. Okay, we're going to stop. I can go crazy. Okay, I think that is good. Let's get these in the water so they don't get... And let me close that up so I don't have a mess. And let me see what you guys are seeing. So... I just put my hand in that rust paste. Okay, now look how crazy all that looks. It looks crazy, I know. But everything will be, once this dries, we're going to paint this whole thing in black gesso. And then from there, after we paint all that in black gesso, we start using these to make the rust. So, very exciting. Now, on the sides, which I can't do right now till everything dries, I'm going to use these. Aren't these cool? I used to sell these. These are on AliExpress. When you look up those decorative keys, metal keys, these will come up. or something like it will come up. I'm going to put these going on all the way around on the sides. And what's nice, these are thin enough that if it's too long for what I need, I can just cut it. Cut them with wire cutters, or you can definitely cut them with the Tim Holtz scissors. So those are going to go on the sides, and I'll do that off camera. I'm going to take my nail glue and put this on the top once this all dries. So when we come back, we'll come back with this and this on. I'll do the black gessoing with you because the black gesso really dries really quickly with a blow dryer. So we can do that together. And then we'll start doing the, what is it called exactly? The antiquing paste. So we can, that's when it's going to start turning antique. So let's let this dry for an hour or two. For you guys, it'll be about 5 seconds. But for me, it's going to be probably an hour. We'll see how long it takes to dry. Probably an hour. So I'll see you guys back here in about a few seconds for you, an hour for me, and we'll be right back after this dries. All right, you guys. This has completely dried. And now, since it's completely dried, I have to talk about a few things. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, after everything dried, I was watching Finnabair. I was watching her do her camera. And, let me show you another thing that's super important, which I didn't know. Okay, we used the gloss gel to glue down all these pieces here, right? Okay, now when it comes to, and this is what gloss gel looks like, 3D gloss gel. But what I didn't realize, okay, when it comes to these parts, especially the ones on the side, even with E6000, how are those parts supposed to stay on there when it's up like this? You see what I'm saying? Well, let me tell you what glues those pieces on. And I'm not saying you can't use a combination of other stuff, but this right here, I didn't know molding paste. It's also, excuse me, it doesn't just go through a stencil or make texture. It also, molding paste also glues things on. And let me tell you, I glued these on here. I glued this. This is a, oh gosh darn it. It goes in the sewing machine, a bobbin. This is a bobbin, and this is some Tim Holtz wood piece. I glued those on, and then Tim Holtz wood pieces as little knobs. And they stayed on just right away. I didn't fight it at all. So if you're doing something like this, look for the Finnabair molding paste. Okay, this is fabulous. I'm trying to think. I told you I just ordered a bunch of her new stuff, and I'm trying to think where scrapbook.com. Write that down, scrapbook.com. They have everything, Finnabair. So that's where I got that. Okay, so also, when I glued on the top of here onto the camera, this right here I told you was a Christmas bulb. Or not Christmas, this was a Christmas decoration. The little small ones you get at Dollar Tree. So if you have those, pull some of those out. And you can use them as the little bulb on top of your camera. And then this right here is some piece I had on top of one of those Tim Holtz. These are all to create little knobs. This is a little bead. This is some other little piece I had. Just look for little pieces in your stash that look like knobs. But to get these just stuck on here so easily with the molding paste. Now, if you're going to use pieces that are kind of like filigree, like this piece, like these pieces here, like this one, and anything that has holes in it, you may not want to use the molding paste because it is really, really thick, and it'll come up and it dries white, not clear. Which doesn't actually matter either because we're going to paint the whole piece. But you want some of the texture of the filigree pieces to show. So for that, I would use more of a clear glue, like the 3D gloss, or if you choose to use E6000, do that. I finally found the glue that I was talking about. I haven't even used it yet. It's by Super Glue. You get it at Dollar Tree. This is like the E6000. It's called Fix All Adhesive, and it says Super Glue on it. So that's what it looks like. So I do want to try this out sometime on my next project because I'm curious about how that works. I heard someone talk about it in a Dollar Tree haul, and they said it worked awesome. So, all right. So I wanted to explain those things, how we got to where we were at after I got off camera, I did a couple things. I wanted to share that. Okay, so now we need to black gesso this whole thing before we do our rusting paste. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit more black gesso right here. And we're going to black gesso this whole piece. I'm not sure what brush we're going to use yet. Let's just see. And you guys, I keep my mirror with me. People always ask, why do you have that mirror? Are you trying to look at your ceiling? What the hell? No, I'm not trying to look at my ceiling. My camera is on a tripod, right? And so I can film down. The camera's looking down here, right? So I can't see into the camera. So that I don't have to keep getting up and down, I use the mirror. So I can stay in frame. So that I'm not all over the place and out of frame and you guys can't see what the heck I'm doing. So that's why I have the mirror. And when I watch other people's videos, more people should probably use a mirror. If they can't see, if they don't have that little, you know, some people have that little shutter that goes like this and you can see what's going on. But on cameras, they don't have that. But I cannot tell you how I love shooting my videos on my camera. Once I found the right editing software, because I had some editing software that was actually messing up my videos. Anyway, after I found, and the software is right there on the apps on my phone. So for someone like me who's not really good at like editing and learning new software and all that, it's been really nice for me. So, because when I get those cameras or those cameras that shoot videos, it's just so much to learn and it's so damn confusing. See, this is how my brain works. See what we're doing right now? How we're basically, I love collage. I love to take a bunch of crap and collage it all together. Whether it's paper, magazine bits, whatever it is, that's what I like to do. So if my brain works like that, it's not going to work too good probably with the computer thing. That's another type of brain. I can do it. I can do computer stuff. It just takes a lot of focus for me. A lot. And I have to really want to do it. Which most of the time I don't. I'd rather be doing stuff like this. See why it didn't matter about those rocks, those little stones, what color you use? Because you're going to go over it with your gesso. Whether you're using black gesso or white gesso, or even a clear gesso. Depends on what you're doing. There we go. Oh, and another thing. I'm loving all her mediums. Okay, I would get all these. I love this heavy black gesso. Okay, I have this one, plus another. I have another one like this, and another big one. When they were clearancing them out. But even after I'm done, I'm going to keep this in my stash. This heavy gesso and even the white one are the bomb. The 3D gloss gel to glue pieces on, the bomb. And the modeling paste, especially to glue pieces on that are like bigger, heavier pieces and pieces that need to hold on to the sides like this. Yeah. So those of you who got that stuff from Michael's, you guys scored. Big time. Her stuff is not cheap whatsoever. Her mediums. But I absolutely love them. Oh, another thing I put on the side was I put, it's going to be hard for me to hold on to this. I just left this little piece right there because I got to paint it. I put this little filigree piece in. Remember I showed you the filigree piece? I was going to put it on all over on the sides. Well, I put it there because I had a knob there. So I put a little filigree piece just as decor and texture. Okay, let me see. Let me bring this up. And okay, perfect. That hopefully will keep me in frame. Yes. I got to bring this up and paint this. If I get a frame at all, you guys, sorry. I'll be back. I'll be back. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'll be back. It's just hard to get, you know, everything in frame when you're moving the damn piece all over the place. But I have no choice right now. Okay. And I need to look and see what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know if I'm in frame or not on this. Just let me keep going. Oh, and this little bulb here, it broke, and I still stuck it on here. I thought, oh, that looks cool. You know what you used to see like in the olden days when they had those old cameras, and then the bulb would go off, but then the bulb would break. I've seen that in a movie before. I don't know if you guys have. And I thought, oh, that'd be cool. So I left that broken bulb there and I put it on. I thought, that's cool. All right, let me. All right, open up black molding or black gesso. I think I love Jane Davenport's products and I love her. I think she named her dog Gesso. Am I right? All right, so I'm getting in all the little crevices of this, the back of these pieces. All right, let's go back to the front. Get the rest of these pieces painted up black. And the reason you want to use black is because we're going to rust the piece out. So you need that solid base of black to get the rust paste look going. You know? All right, there's some stuff here in the middle that needed some white that I have to show you what I did to the sorry guys if I'm out of frame. I got to show you what I did to the piece of plastic. Remember that little round piece of plastic I showed you? I got to show you what I did to that. I'll be bringing this back down closer in a minute. Let me just keep going and getting all the rest of this done. I got a little bit of this left. I don't want to waste any of it, so let me just go around to areas where I think need a little extra attention. You guys, I love doing this. I think this is so fun. I told you I ordered a bunch of molds, you guys. So I'm testing out right now. Because a lot of times with molds, I use plaster of Paris. I mix that up and I add some PVA glue to it just to make it a little stronger. And, okay, I think that this is good. But I want to do some things where I want to wrap clay around glass and do some bottle stuff, some bottle Finnabair pieces. Anyway, you need to, like some, you need to work with clay with that. Well, they have air dried clay, and usually it's kind of expensive, like at the craft stores. They have it at Dollar Tree, and it's the my Crafter Square. It's an air dried clay, so I bought some, and I went ahead and used one of my own molds. I make my own molds too. And I put some in a mold, took it out right away. It held up perfectly. Then I took some modeling paste onto a bottle, put this glue onto the back of the piece that I put into the mold, took it out of the mold, put this modeling paste on it, stuck it to the bottle. So I'm going to let it dry like that. So see if this modeling paste sticks the clay molding piece onto the bottle, and also how this dries, how this dries here. So I'm testing all that out, and I'll let you know. But you might want to pick yourself up one of these. I'm pretty sure it's going to work out good from Dollar Tree. Well, let me tell you the truth. I picked up like 10, I think I picked about 15 of them. because I just knew, I was pretty sure it was going to work good. If it doesn't work good, I can always take it back and buy other things. I go to Dollar Tree anyway. But I know if I don't, when I see stuff like that, like product like that, if you don't pick up what you think you're going to need for a while, they'll sell out, and then you can't get it back in. And that molding clay and that air dry clay, I went on the website, onto Dollar Tree's website, and they're all out. They're back ordered. They're back ordered on so much of the good stuff. A lot of, I think a lot of parents are doing a lot of crafts with their kids. So, girls, we got competition. We got these kids. Just kidding. I think it's great that they're doing crafts and art and all that. It's wonderful. Okay, so let me put you guys on pause because I'm going to dry this, and you guys don't want to watch, you know, this dry. So let me put you on pause, and we'll be back as soon as this dries, and then we're going to go to the next step, which is rusting it out. All right, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, you guys, I'm back now, and everything's dried. Let me bring this up close so you guys can see. Look how cool this is. Doesn't that look cool? I'm trying to stay out of my light so you guys can really see. Look how cool. See why this is so fun to do? Oh, I also wanted to say, you guys, go, because like this right here, what the heck is this piece? I have no idea what that is. See it? I just found it in my stash. Go to Home Depot. Get different little pieces there. I showed you some pieces that you can get at Home Depot yesterday. And you can get all kinds of stuff, especially if you want something to look real steampunky. Steampunk is just about all kinds of, bringing all kinds of funky stuff together. Is something wet on here? Something was still wet. A little bit. Okay. There's the back. Okay. So, just wanted to bring you guys in a little bit. Let me just grab a baby wipe so I can just wipe this black off. Alright. Now we're going to start the process. I'm so excited. It's my first time using this product. Like I told you, I made my own product. So if you don't have this product, and you don't want to spend the money right now to get it, and actually, hopefully she's not going to stop making it because they clearanced it out. So you can also make it. I'm sure you can still get it. If you want it, this exact product, you can get it on scrapbook.com. Yeah, you can. I was on there, and they still did have it. I think it's like $15. Okay, but you can make your own by using just a cheap acrylic paint. So you want a color like this, like a rust color. Okay, and you just mix this with, mix it with some sand or mix it with like cinnamon. And you just want it to be a nice, you know, a good spreadable, you know, consistency. Get a dark brown, like a burnt sienna. And then like a yellow ochre, okay? Not that bright yellow, but like a mustardy yellow. See how it has a lot of brown in it? All right, that's if you want to make your own rust paste. And I've made my own, and I liked it, and it worked out really good. But I'm excited to use this because I haven't used it yet. Okay, see? I haven't even opened the lid yet. All right. I'm going to work from the lid a little. We'll work from this right here so I can not waste anything. So we're going to start out with just at first using the like the dark brown and this color here, this rusty color. How do I want to do this? I'll put these over here. Make sure I'm in frame for all of that. And how far can I bring this back where I'm not in frame? Okay. All right. So let me get a small brush. I think that's what I'm going to need. Like when I told you about those small scruffy brushes, I really love them. I had gotten a bunch of like brushes I had bought because I didn't know what I was buying when I first started doing mixed media. I was just buying stuff. And I bought these brushes and their texture was so, they're just so stiff. I'm like, oh, I hate these brushes. Well, I kept them. I don't know why. I keep everything. That's why. And it's these brushes here. They're just really stiff. It's like, what the hell are these supposed to be for? Well, I can tell you one thing they're for the stuff we're doing right now. So getting in those little areas, it works great. All right, so I'm going to use the brown first. Yeah, I was just wondering if it has a grit to it, and it totally has a grit to it. Just like if you added the sand or like cinnamon. And you might want to make two up. Make one with sand, make one with cinnamon, so you can see what you like. Oh, this is so cool. Look at that, you guys. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm going to use two different brushes. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use another one for this color. And I'm going to kind of go over a little bit of the brown too, of course. Okay. All right. I don't want to work on this anymore. It's going to work from I'll take some and put it in the lid. I'll work from the lid. I just wanted to get what was on the, I didn't want to waste what was in that top area. So it's just a matter of going back and forth with these two. Let me get everything off this lid that I can get off. Okay. So now I don't need that lid anymore either. This is just a matter of going back and forth with both of them. Take some from this lid area, put some in the lid. Put a little bit on here, on this part here. Alright, and I'm going to go back in with this brown. Now, when I seen Finnabair do it, you know what, I don't know her name. I need to learn what her name is, but people know her by Finnabair, so I should just say that so you can go to her channel. When I saw her do this, she did use the same brush, but I don't know. I just decided to use two different brushes. And that's what makes things unique to you. You have your own style of doing things. You get inspired by other people. But even when you do yours, if you decide to do one of these cameras, yours isn't going to turn out just like mine. You don't have the same exact pieces. You do your stuff your way, but it's the ideas, you guys. It's definitely not, it's not about getting the same exact pieces. It's the ideas. And it's not, you know, if you don't have this kind of camera, this Dollar Tree camera, maybe you have a camera, an old camera that doesn't work at your house. Maybe you find one at a thrift store. I sure wish when they were selling, they were used to sell a bunch of just kids cameras at Dollar Tree. That's a long time ago. I wish I still had, like, for like $1, they were selling little throwaway cameras. I wish I would have bought a crap load of those, because that would have been fun to do them like this. But I can tell you what, I'll be keeping my eye out for that. Okay. Making sure you guys are seeing. And I can probably bring it down even more. Yeah, there we go. You guys, this is so fun. Oh my gosh. I'm having a blast. All right, I'm bringing this over here, both of them over here. I didn't know how I wanted to work, but now I do. And definitely go into some of the brown. Like, don't just end it where the brown ends and where the rusty color ends. Kind of mix them into each other. Like, you know, so there's no hard line anywhere. They just blend right into each other. So topple one on top of the other. When one ends, topple it a little bit of that into the other one. Like right here. See, I'm going to topple some of that into the brown. Or go right, even right on top of it. Like, I'm picking some brown and just putting it right on top of the rusty color a little bit. I do like working with 2 different brushes, you guys. So like a small brushes like this work out really nice. And I'm so glad I have quite a few of these brushes. Because I remember at first, oh, and I'm also going to just swipe some in the inside here. Then I'll swipe some of the other stuff in here. I remember when I first got them, like I said, these stiff brushes, I'm like, God, these brushes are horrible. But because I'm a hoarder, I thought just keep them. Maybe you'll use them someday for something. And I do. I also, when I do like my collage work with paint, I do collage and I do paint over the collage. I make clouds with these brushes. I make waves. These, like I said, these brushes are really cool for different things. So be a hoarder and don't throw a damn thing away. Like when all these people are always, what is it called when you start selling a bunch of your craft stuff that you think you don't need anymore? I don't sell any of my craft stuff. Have you ever noticed that? I don't have those sales because I do mixed media. So in mixed media, you can use stuff from card makers. You can use stuff from Dollar Tree. You can use stuff from people who do, I'm trying to think of all the different crafts. But whatever craft you're doing, you can always add it in your mixed media. Jewelry makers, I don't care, junk journalers, whatever you're doing, you can use all that stuff in your mixed media. So that's why I never, that's why I never throw anything away. Some people are like, girl, that's not good to tell people not to be throwing stuff away. Now, when it comes to my house, of course, like I've been going through my house and I absolutely love when I have a big bag of crap to throw away out of my house. But it's just like when it comes to my art supplies, because in mixed media, you can use so much of your stuff. So, but I suppose if you're a card maker and you're like, that's all I want to do is dedicate myself to making cards, I'm not doing anything else. I'm not, then, you know, well, maybe get rid of some stuff. But if you're into this mixed media thing, yeah. I would be trying to keep a lot of my stuff if I was you. Because you can really use it. Even on that bulb, I'm rusting that too. So we're acting as if that bulb rusted. I don't think bulbs rust, but in my world, they do. In my world, this is going to be a rusty bulb. So I'm just going back and forth with this and the brown. Cool. Okay, we gotta get some rust in there. Okay. Oh wait, we got all the way around. Cool. Still a little bit more brown in here. We got a little heavier. And just kind of look at your piece and see what you think it needs. It's rust, so there's no wrong or right answer. You're creating nature. Okay, second, I feel like I need a little rust right here on this side and a little rust there. Oops, sorry if I'm getting quiet a little bit, you guys, just focusing. Okay. Let me just look at this knob over here. All right, so now let's turn our piece over, which is kind of scary because I don't want to mess things up, but we'll probably be fine. Well, I just want to, okay, we need to go to the top. Oh! Okay, there we go. All right, so now we need to go to the top here. Let me see where we're at with the camera. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to bring the camera up. Let me find something for this to rest on. There we go. All right. All right, so let's go to the top of this. And did I already get the fronts? Yeah, I think I got the fronts already. So we're just going to the top of this. Oh, shoot, I just got the... I just mixed the brown into the rust on my brush. Okay. And when I was listening to Finnabair, she was saying that this can get dried out, this rust paste, especially since I'm working with the drawer with the pieces open. I probably shouldn't be working with it open, but we'll see. Anyway, spray a little bit like in like the bottle and on the lid, and that'll help keep it. And she said if you really need to, you can add a little water to get your to reliquify it if it dries out too much. So I'm adding the brown here and there to get this to look rusted. Now I want to do another piece. This one I'm just going to do with these three colors I've showed you. But I want to do it where I also add in a little turquoise rusting bits. So okay, so that looks good. Let's go over to this side and get these rusty bits done. Let's get these rusty bits. Okay. Let's go in with some of the... Okay. And go back in with some brown. Like I said before, if I go out of frame at all, guys, sorry. Just trying to, you know, see what the heck I'm doing here and there. Okay. All right, so that looks pretty nice and rusted. So we're good with that. So now let's go to this side. Okay. And let's start throwing in some rusty bits here. Sorry, I'm getting quiet, you guys. I'm just looking around at my camera. Okay, now I'm just gonna leave the back black like that, at least for now. Let me clean up my thing real quick. At least for now, we won't on camera. I may go ahead and I may add pieces onto the back. I may just rust it out. I probably will rust it out, but at this point, that's not necessary to do on camera. Knowing me, I'll probably leave the damn thing alone. Because no one's going to be looking at it. So, I do need to add a little bit more brown on here because got some silver showing up. Which I shouldn't mind because I'm going to put some silver on this too. Okay, so this looks really cool. I am loving this. I hope you guys like this. I'm just looking to see if I need to put anything, any imbalances anywhere. A little more rust on this right there. A little more rust right here. And that's all you need to do is go through and just look and see, you know, do you think you need a little more of this or that here or there? And if you do it up. I feel like this little half needs to be rusted a little more there. This looks so cool. I'm so excited. So remember, when you put this away, spray a little, this is what I do, spray a little water in the lid and maybe just spray a little bit in the jar. That's what I used to do when I had dilution, her paints in the jar. I still have her paints in the jar. And people used to complain all the time about drying. Well, just spray a little water. You're just going to have to replace the water that's missing. When you have open jars. So that's it. Absolutely love this. You know what? I need to do a little bit right on the bottom of this camera. You know what I wish I would have done on the bottom of this camera? I wish I would have put some metal pieces on here, but no major. Next time. I mean, because this camera can sit up, so no one's actually going to see this on the bottom, but I'm just doing it because I see it. And it's bugging me, so I'm just going to do that really quickly. You're not seeing this part, sorry. But I'm just rusting out the same way I've done everything else. There we go. That looks good to me. Okay, so now, let me put these two away. Hopefully I won't need those again. Let's go ahead and spray a little water in these. Like I said, let me have a little bit of tea. Where the heck is my spray bottle? Here it is. All right. So I'm just spraying a little bit in the lid and spraying a little bit in the, so I sprayed the lid and I sprayed this. And that will help keep things moisturized. Or keep things from drying out. You're just replacing the moisture that you've lost from keeping that open. Okay, so now we have this little bit of mustard color. So we're going to put that in here now. And we get another one of those little brushes. We're going to use a little bit of this mustard color. Then when we're done at the end, I'll show you close-ups, and then I'll have pictures like I always do at the beginning and the end. Okay. So we're going to just a little bit here and there, just put in a little bit of more of another little color. And just a little bit. I don't want too much of this in here. just here and there. Okay, so now we're going to go to, I might be out of frame for a second, you guys, sorry. I'm just going up and giving a little bit of touching here and there with this color. That's good. I just wanted a little bit of that color in there. I didn't want too much of that. I'm not sure how much I like this color or not in this whole thing, but we're going to find out when it all dries. But a little bit of it in there was going to be fine anyway, so we're creating rust. Okay. I love this. Now, the other thing I saw Finnabair do, which I thought would be really cool, is I saw her just add a little bit of silver, so to bring a little bit of silver into this, even though this was never silver, but cameras tend to be silver, right? A lot of times, maybe they're black. But anyway, just to add like a little metal look to this. So, just one second. You guys close your ears, sorry. I have to break the little paint seal on here. Yep, it broke. Sorry, I usually try to do that, let me shake this up. I usually try to do that when I'm, before I get on camera, but I forgot. The one I'm using here is, I have a, see this silver, whatever you have in your stash. Also, she sells a lot of different silver paste and paints, so you might want to look at her stuff too, at Finnabair's. But I have this, it's American Decor. You guys, I got this at Hobby Lobby, it was $9.99, I got it for $2.50. Always be looking out at Hobby Lobby, especially right now when they have the 75% off. I can't wait till they clearance out all the paint and mixed media stuff, which they haven't done yet. We're in their fine art department. So, I buy a lot of goodies over there for that one when they have that. Okay, so let's, oh, that came right off of the thing. Okay, I gotta glue that back on. All right. All right, we'll just take out both these brushes. Okay, so let me make sure you guys are seeing. There we go. Let's bring it down a little bit more. There we go. So let's just take a little bit of that silver and just highlight a few areas here and there, just to give back that little bit of a metal look. Just here and there. So it looks like at one time this was, you know, a metal camera, but it's been under the ocean and it's been rusting, and I am in love with this. So what I'd like to do is make myself a collection of these rusty looking cameras and make it part of the decor here in my art studio. So this won't be the last rusty camera you guys see me working on. I will definitely be doing more of these rusty cameras. I am in love. I hope to find some some, like maybe some children's cameras just for real cheap, or toy cameras. You know, I should look at Dollar Tree and see if they don't have any in the toy section. I really rarely go to the toy section, but sometimes you can find some great things at the toy section. Okay, That's all I needed. It's just that little bit. I don't even care about going to the back. I just wanted that little bit here and there of that silver metallic color. So it looked like I said, like the camera had rusted. It used to be some metal. It used to be metal, made of metal. Especially important if you have a plastic camera, like a plastic children's camera. I might look on eBay for a bag of like broken children cameras. Sometimes people, you know, will sell that stuff because they realize that people like crafters like to, you know, do stuff with things like that. I'm an eBay reseller. So believe me, if I found like a whole big thing of like toy broken cameras, I would sell those as a lot for crafters. I've done stuff like that. Oh my God, you guys, do you like this? I am seriously obsessed. Okay, let me just bring this up. Just bring it up into the camera so you guys can see it a little bit closer. Oh my God. Do you guys love this? Okay. Absolutely love this. And do I love the Finnabair rust paste? Yes. If you can't afford to do that or you don't want to spend the money right now, I understand. But when you can, I would get it. I absolutely love it. And I actually do love it more than my homemade rust paste. So there's that side, and then there's that. And then I'm going to take up, I'll take up close-up pictures. I think you guys saw some close-up pictures at the beginning of this, so I'll try to do the pictures at the beginning. Well, you saw them already. It's weird how I'm talking. It's like I'm talking in the future about the beginning. Anyway, you guys saw pictures at the beginning. I'll show you pictures here at the end. I feel like there's one other thing I was going to say or show you. Oh, yeah. Remember, and I'm not going to put it in yet because this is still a little bit wet here and there. But see, oh, I got some white on it. Okay. Remember this thing? This is just a little plastic piece because this is really a picture frame. See how there's a little bit of brown on there? I just took some brown acrylic paint, wiped it on, and wiped it off. So what I want to do is, I can do it right now, I think. I just want to glue this in here like this. Yeah, I can do that right now. So let me take some 3D gloss gel. I could take E6000 3D gloss gel, whatever the heck I want, and glue this in here. When the glue can possibly show, you always want to use a glue that's going to dry clear. So this 3D gloss gel dries clear. But like that molding paste I was telling you to use, it doesn't dry clear. So when you're going to glue on those heavy objects, especially pieces that are going to sit on the side like that, use that modeling paste. And if it oozes out from the sides, it doesn't matter. I mean, if most of the time when you're doing this kind of work, you're trying to create texture anyway. So you're good. If you have anything oozing out of the sides when you're doing some heavier pieces, just look at it and go, okay, cool, texture. With most of this type of work, we're trying to make imperfection, right? So anytime anything happens, it adds texture, and that's a good thing. If you've been watching my channel for very long, I don't make things perfect. I love everything to be rustic. I love everything to look distressed. So if there's any mistakes made, they're just welcomed. It just adds more texture, more distress. I think it's a very nice way to craft. It's a lot less stress. Okay, hopefully this just sticks in here so I can turn this over. So you guys can see it with that. Hopefully it doesn't fall out. If it does, I'll just glue it back in. No, it stayed. Yay. All right. So there we go, you guys. Let me just put this in the center. A rusted out old camera. Made from the Dollar Tree. Remember what we started with? We started here. Don't matter which color you get. We started with one of these. I am so excited. I wish I would have picked up 20 of these, and I didn't. And they sold out quick. You know what, though? I did find one a week or two ago, just a straggler. So if you don't have one of those wooden cameras like that, and you want to try to do one, just, you know, keep looking at Dollar Tree, because they might have some scragglers here and there, because I did find a scraggler. But they did go quick. They were for Valentine's Day, I think. So, and they were big sellers. They'll probably come out with those cameras again. But if not, just look around. Maybe you have an old camera at your house. Go on to eBay, so you can't get any cameras. Always look at thrift stores for either a real camera, a toy camera. You just need the shape of a camera. So, that's it. Okay, you guys, that is it. I am so obsessed. Oh, my goodness. I just love this. We got so many cool Prima-inspired projects coming. I'm doing this. I'm going to be doing a bottle, picture frames, I have a bell, a plastic bell from Christmas I want to do. Oh, a teapot. You guys, the teapot is probably going to be one of the things I do really, really soon. So, actually, I'm going to do the bottle really soon. The teapot, I really want to wait till my new molds come in from Finnabair. Okay, you guys, that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Let me know, did I inspire you? Are you going to try your hand out at doing one of these? I've given you all kinds of, if you don't have these products, I've given you all kinds of alternatives that you can use. Do I recommend all of her products? Hell yes, I do. I love everything I used. All her products are thebomb.com. Yeah, I will be buying her products. I absolutely am obsessed. I love them. Is there anything else I want to say? Okay, you guys, that's it. Like I always say, do something nice for someone today. And remember, my friends, we have more in common than we do not. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.